Good noon, everyone. Welcome to our eighth webinar series of Trade Clue. Now, when you go to Trade Clue channel in the playlist, you have different playlist, and now we have started the webinar for intraday trading setup. Now, in intraday trading setup, we have different setups which we have discussed. The last one that we discussed was on extended reversal setup. Okay, so the extended reversal setup was something what was where we were trying to sell at the top or trying to look for selling things at the top. So let me first brief you on that, and then we add to the same setup the new feature called as extreme and extended. So last time the one concept that we discussed was called as extended. Now we had something called as A to B move and B to C, and this B to C section happened during the day. So when the day started and some of the stock just zooms one way to the top, or let's say in the first 3 hours of the market, and then it makes a top and then it starts dropping by. At least 50% of the move is being conquered. So the question here is, if this comes B to C, now we are very clear, we want to go and sell, and we had also discussed how to go and sell this particular setup. So in this B to C, we knew that the stock will go up, it will rest for some candles. If you're looking at 5 minutes, at least two, three candles sideways, and then suddenly again 1, 2, 3 up move will start. So huge up move takes a pause, and then again a huge up move starts, and then we look for a pin bar and then a red candle eating away 30%, and then it starts going down. The example that we had taken for the same was something like this. So it zoomed point A to B, complete green, only mild red was over here, but continuous upside. Took some pause over here, again 1, 2, 3, back to the top. Then the selling pressure arises, starts going down, almost takes out 30% in that selling zone, and then you have the downside reversal coming down. So the question here was what we had discussed last time. Can we sell at the top, right? So this concept using this is called as extended setup, where you can look for selling at the top because the stop loss is very small and the risk reward is huge. Now I'm trying to say when this setup will work 95% of the time, right? So how can I be sure today I can get this kind of setup? So prior to that day, let's say today morning, this is like the first 1 hour, and the price starts moving up, and then you start looking for this kind of reversal or a selling opportunity. I am trying to say, how will I know today this kind of move can happen in Hindustan Unilever or Asian Paint or Nifty or Bank Nifty or something like this? So I want to now know a precursor, get prepared that this can happen. And if this happens, the reversal will be sharp. So that is called as mixture of extended and extreme. So today we are trying to bring a new concept addition to the old one which we have. So the old one which we have discussed so far, in this case where the move happens, pause, and another move happens, this was called as extended version. So extended rise taking place, and on that extended rise we tend to sell. I'm bringing a new concept called as extreme. So if you have this formation taking place in extreme situation, the reversal is bright and fast. So again, I will explain what we are trying to move and see over here in the last webinar was to sell at the top when this sudden move happens. It moves so much, then takes a pause, and then sudden move happens, we look for a sell. And that was our example which we discussed, where it moves, then takes a pause, and again it goes to the top. So the agenda here is we are trying to look for a sell. So this is called extended reversal setup, extended. But today we'll discuss something called as extreme, and that is very, very important. So we are trying to merge two concepts, extreme and extended. So two concepts called as extended, which we already now know. We can call this as ABC formation, right? Simple formation of extended version moving from A to B and B to C. Now we are trying to add to the same version called as extreme. Okay, so extreme, we will use something called as EMA 20 and 200 EMA. So we'll be using two EMAs over here, 20 and 200 EMA, right? So in this case, let's try to see, is there extreme situations or not? Now extended, we now have a clarity on extended as we did the complete webinar last time. So people who are not aware of it can see in the description, you'll have the link. And I also showed you the playlist where you can get this extended webinar. Go through that first, then only you'll understand what we are trying to do over here called as extreme situations. And extreme situations are the best to take even positional trades, right? So we are trying to move not only intraday, but we are trying to also move and bring in positional trade opportunity over here. So extreme makes use of 20 and 200 EMA. So let's first put 20 EMA, let's put 200 EMA, let's see how it moves and how it looks like. And then I will explain what is extreme. So on our trade clue, we have already two EMAs by default plotted always, and that's the reason why, because we need to know, or we should know, are we in extreme? Okay, so it should not happen that the market is in extreme and then you go and buy and sudden reversal happens. So we try to avoid that, because of which we put these two EMAs. So one EMA, the red one is basically maroon one, is called 20 EMA and the other one is 200 EMA. So if I take Nifty and I have the two EMA, one is the blue one and one is the red one. Now, if you see both the EMAs, they have two different roles. The 20 EMA, they move fast. So if you see, the EMAs are moving fast along the price. So wherever the price is going, the EMA also moves along the price. Okay, so whenever we see this, the price movement and the 20 EMA moves along with it. The most important part is the blue one, the 200 moving average. Now this I have applied on 15 minutes. You can apply on 1 hour, 1 day, and so on, but the concept still remains the same. So in 15-minute candle, let's say this one, the blue one, moves slowly. So anywhere which we see the price started coming down over here, but then this movement was very slow and suddenly it took a kind of reversal. It was almost here and then you had the reversal going on. Now, many people try to use the moving average crossover strategy. That means they say when this 20 and 200 is crossing, we can go and buy, right? Now that's up to you whether you want to buy or not. Problem here is whenever the crossover happens, it's way too much outside to go and take a trade. So normally that does not work. If you backtest it, the success ratio is not even 50%. So please do not go for the crossover strategy. So we are not discussing a simple moving average crossover strategy over here. We are trying to discuss situation to find whether we are in extreme. And for that extreme, which is a relative formation of situation using 20 and 200 moving average. Okay, so how to understand this extreme situation using 20 and 200 moving average? One, we have understood this 20 moving average moves slowly along the price, and the 200 moving average takes a lot of time to adjust and move the direction. So if you see, in order to move the needle, it takes time, right? It is not that flexible and doesn't move so fast. So right prior to the fall, if you see, the EMA was the 200 moving average was flat. And then what happened? The 20 moved down and then down and then down, making the move of this 200 EMA as well. So the blue guy is the lazy guy and the red guy is the fast or the vibrant guy trying to catch the price all the time. Now in this case, how to understand what is the extreme situation? The first thing to understand over here, see the price movement along the red one, which is 20 moving average. So let me just hide this 200 moving average. So if I see over here, the price goes down, then it starts going up again, then it starts going up, then it comes back to this, again starts going down, then again tries to merge with this, again goes down, and then tries to merge with this, usually gap up, sudden rise, just see what happens, comes back to 20, zooms all the way, comes back to 20, goes below this. If it is on the higher side, it comes back. If it is on the higher side, it comes back. So what am I trying to say? Whenever it goes away from 20 moving average, whenever the price moves away from 20 moving average, it tends to come back. See, if the price was falling to whatever level you want, but then when it comes back, it has to come back again to 20 moving average. So first thing, if the price moves away from 20 moving average, you will have a reversal opportunity. So let's say here usually downturn took place and it was very far from 20 moving average, and then you see a reversal coming and touching towards 20 moving average. So whenever price moves away from 20 moving average, you have a trading opportunity. Now what is that trading opportunity? If the price goes down, we are looking to buy so that the price comes back to 200. When the price goes away from again the price 20 moving average, we tend to sell so that it will come back. So one thing is very clear, looking at the price movement, I can look for small reversals at the top or at the bottom and ride it till 20 moving average. Okay, because the price flows like that. So if you take any stock, any index, and if you just see 20 moving average, the same thing follows. So if you see over here, the price moved up. So here the price was far away from 20, then it did come back, did not come all the way down, but then again if you see, started moving up, and then you have a sharp retracement, or you can say sharp downside movement coming back towards 20 moving average. So idea over here, when there is a sudden fall taking place, again what has happened, it comes back to 20 moving average. Same way here, if it has gone way out, comes back to 20 moving average. Now let's see over here. So Maruti, which made a low almost at 4,000, and if you see, it was all the way along 20 moving average. One fine day what happens, it goes down and it is far from 20 moving average. So now I know over here also it will reverse. I know that somewhere it will reverse. I'm not saying it will reverse from here. So I'm not trying to catch from where it will reverse. I just want to know, can it reverse or not? So whenever price moving away from 20 moving average, they move back. Okay, whenever price, now the price has started moving far from 20, I know it has to come back. It does not, it goes sideways. Then again it starts going up. It almost touches in the morning open, but goes again at the top. But then what happens? Comes back. So idea over here is to basically understand, whenever the price is moved away from 20, price will come back. So all I am using this 20 moving average to basically understand the relativeness of the price and the indicator. So whenever I see the price flying away from 20 moving average, I am skeptical that price will again come back. If price doesn't come back, it goes sideways and the 20 moving average will try to meet him. Now the same action, obviously you can see on even 5 minutes chart, 15 minutes, you can say you can get more clarity on that. But if someone is doing intraday and he wants to see, so here price moves over here all the way above 20 moving average, goes sideways, just see what happens. It comes to moving average, then goes little bit above, comes back over here, sustains along this 20, and then what has happened? In the last, it has moved way beyond. So let's take a day prior, just trying to reassess whether he's doing the same stuff or not. This sharp fall took place. Again, he took a bounce trying to move towards 20 moving average. Here, downside again comes back to 20 moving average. It's along this 20 moving average. Then suddenly it moves way far from this. Some kind of reversal comes and then again comes back to 20 moving average. So idea here is, every time whenever you see the price going away from 20, you should only know that price can come back. That's it. So we are trying to build this situation of relative understanding of where the price is from the indicator. And whenever the price moves away from this indicator, it has more chances of reversal. That's it. So if the price has gone here, but if the price goes more up, then chances are very fast a sharp move of downside will come. So why I go for 15 is because it becomes much more stable to watch. If you see here, it moved up, further moved up, further moved up, further moved up, and suddenly what happens? It comes back with a grind all the way, trying to meet 20 moving average. So when you take any of these stocks, either it's falling or either it is rising, it does not matter. Over here, it zoomed up away from 20, trying to come back, did not, again zoomed all the way to the top. What happened? So it will keep coming back to your moving average. So I'm not saying where to sell. I'm not trying to look for execution over here. I am just trying to look for chance of reversal. So here suddenly the price goes up. If you see from 20 moving average, then I'm clear some reversal will take place. Now I'm not saying from here it will take place. It can take place from anywhere. Then I see, okay, fine, the price has gone further up. Then again I can say yes, the reversal can take place. Here it waited and then again it went up. Some reversal can take place. Does not come down. Again he tries to go up. So if we see over here, the distance between the EMA and the price, the difference between the EMA and the price, the difference between the EMA and the price had narrows down. And finally over here, now you have more difference sustaining on the higher side. If you see over here, zooms all the way to the top, very, very large distance, which was not seen all the way in this entire zone. When I see over here, again, it starts going sideways and then it comes back. So what we need to understand from this, price moving away from 20 moving average can come down. That's it. Whenever price is far from 20 moving average, they will have chance of coming down. If they do not come down, they go sideways. It might go higher, then again they start coming down. Okay, if they go higher, either they go sideways or they start coming down. So whenever the price moves far and fast from 20 moving average, you need to know it is having a likely chance of reversal in your favor. So that's the first thing to understand. So the first thing over here, which we are trying to look for, is on 15-minute time frame. So I'll also look for positional side where the time frame is different. Now everybody has their own mindset of trade setup, but generally we trade on 5 minutes, and that's why I'm keeping this extreme setup on 15-minute time frame. So we are trying to understand this 15-minute time frame of 2200, but we are trying to put this on 15-minute time frame. Now over here, the extended which we had seen last time, this was on 5-minute time frame. Now the agenda here is, why did we see that on 5-minute and this on 15-minute? So we are very clear over here. We are trying to look for 15-minute over here because we are looking relative performance. 5-minute over here because we go for execution. So I can say the time frame selection of execution is extended format, and that's why we go for 5-minute, right? So we go for 5-minute over here so that we can execute on a smaller time scale and our entry can be timed faster. Extreme, we are looking on 15-minute time frame. This can be applied for intraday for relative nuances that whether the stock is in extreme case or not. Now 15-minute time frame we use for intraday, and we can go for hourly time frame for, you can say, positional structures. So we'll discuss that as well, but first we'll try to discuss the concept extreme, and that can be applied on 15-minute, 1 hour, or even daily chart. So first thing, I hope we have got some clarity. Whenever price moves far from 20, it has likeliness of coming back. Now we are trying to bring another variable over here, which is 200 moving average. Now, when you bring 200 moving average, so you need to now see three things at a time. Now, what are these three things at a time? Because you now have price, you now have the 20, and you now have a new guy called as 200. Okay, so we have now three elements over here, which is price, then 20 EMA, and the 200 EMA. So 20, 200, and price. So we call this price as P. So we have P, then we have 20, and we have 200 over here. So we need to now look all three of them and understand whether we are in extreme situation or not. I will look for sell, or I can say the price will reverse if the price is greater than 20. Correct? So what we discussed right now was whenever the price moves away from 20 moving average, it has chances of coming back. So if you see the approx distance from the price and the 20 moving average over here is far compared to this prior case, or it was even far over here. So we can say 2 points. Let me just note down. If we are assuming these 2 points of importance, one point where I can say yes, this was also a point where it moved far from 20 moving average, and we can say this was also a point where it was far from 20 moving average. So I'm just trying to say this was the region where both had the difference over here from 20 moving average. They were far, A and B, both of the cases they were far. So the first case of our extreme, that price should be greater than 20, that is very, very important. The second thing, what I'm trying to bring over here, now price can be far from 20 at point A and at point B, both the case. Okay, when is it fruitful to sell at A or at B? That we are trying to assess. So should I sell at A or should I sell at B? Now, for that purpose, we bring in another pointer. The price has to be greater than 20 and 20 has to be greater than 200. So look at price and look at 20. So let me just take a line here to understand the price and the 20. So this is fine. The difference between the price and the 20. So let me just darken it so that we know it properly. Okay, now if I draw one more line, so if I am supposed to take this price and this price is also now far from 20, right? So I'm just trying to take relative. So whatever we are talking about is like, you don't have to just plot and see and calculate and all that. The agenda is relatively, this is far from point A, point B is far. That's what we are trying to understand. The second point, which is very, very important over here. So we have seen price and we have seen 20 moving average. Now we are bringing one more pointer called as 20 and 200. Okay, so let us bring that into this understanding. This is your 20 and this is your 200. Okay, and in this case, when we are looking at this 20 and 200, okay, they are relatively far, we can say. Let me also bring the difference between the price and the 20 over here. So what do we observe in case A and what do we observe in case B? In case A, we had only one side. If you see this distance, that the price is far from 20. But here we know that price is more far from 20. That's fine. Apart from this, we are adding one more pointer, which is 200. Now let's see the difference between the 200 and the 20, and difference between 200 and the 20. So what has happened over here? The difference between the moving averages has increased or widened. Okay, and this difference has also increased. But if you see relatively, so I can say this red bar, red part, or the red distance and the blue distance are almost same. But if you see the red distance and the blue distance is at least 1.5 more than the red one. So if I just pick up this and put it over here, it's like 1.5 more. Or I can say the price has not only moved far from 20, but it has moved far from 200 as well. So what are we trying to detect or understand? That this price has moved far from 20, but not that much from 200. This point is also moving far from 20, but also far from 200. And that gives us an opportunity to sell. So if we recollect the last webinar and go out understanding the first part, A to B and B to C. Why did I say A to B and then B to C? So A to B is an uptrend move and B to C is an extended move. So like inclination on the treadmill, this is like you are at an inclination of 5 or 6 and then suddenly the inclination is almost like 12. We try to understand over here, if I see this is moving up from, you can say around 7th it started and almost till the end it was rising, and on 8th morning again it was moving up, but that morning part was very fast. 8th morning it moved very fast. Now in that fast move we are seeing that the price is not only far from 20, but it is also far from 200. So this system A to B and B to C will only work if A to B, that price is far from 20, but B to C, the price is more far from 20. So on the same stuff over here, if I want to now add the moving averages, so if I add the moving average would be somewhere along this A and B, so it is going up, but then this is your 20 moving average. And if I apply the 200 moving average is somewhat like this. So in this first uptick in the morning, this price was moving up along the 20 moving average, but then we saw that the difference which is now starting out to be between these two is now far. And this is called as extreme situation. So what do we say extreme? Extreme is the point where this one is far from 20, the price, and the 20 is far from 200. These are the likely point of reversals. So I again repeat, when the price is greater than 20 or moving away from 20, but the 20 is also moving away from 200. So everybody is running away. Or you can say in simple sense, the price is far from 20 and 20 is far from 200. They are equidistant or far, but I want distance between 20 and 200 more, so that he has traveled a lot at the top and the short term movement over here is way faster than the 20, and the 20 is already in an uptrend. How do you know? Because it is far from 200. This is the place where we look for reversal point, and most of the time you will go right. Okay, now we are just seeing relatively that I want to now look for sell in the morning because the difference between the 20 and 200 is high. So before the day starts, even before the day starts, you have this in your mind that the price is far and this has opened up and the price is already far. So if morning it goes up, I have a clear mandate of extreme situation into building. So clear mandate of extreme situation coming into play. And then this is also there. Fantastic. And then you start looking for execution. And we had also discussed the entire webinar on execution in the extended play. So what we are discussing is extreme. In the extended movement over here, we are trying to look for execution. So on 5-minute time frame, and if you go to 8th, where on the morning it had zoomed one way to the top. So you had up move, up move, up move, up move. Then you had red, small pause, again green. So this red was also overtaking. That means up move will come. Then there was a pin bar. Then you have a red candle, and then it started going below this base. Again started coming up, but never went above the line. So agenda here was this kind of selling will come, or you can even see a sharp reversal on the way. But agenda is very clear that execution needs to be on 5 minutes, and you need to see the concept of extreme on 15 minutes. Why I focus for 15? Because if you see on 5 minutes, every time it will keep going flying high from 20 moving average. So every time I cannot apply. First thing to understand over here, when to look for this kind of reversal to happen, just go on 15-minute time frame. And when you go on 15-minute time frame, and if you're trying to apply, it becomes very, very clear where is your 20 moving average and where is your 200 moving average, right? So if they open up and then the price shoots up in the morning itself, it gives you a best reversal option. Okay, now this is the selling opportunity which has come. Now the price has come back and come back, and it is now over here. Since the price comes back, the 20 comes back, and then 20 comes back, the 200, all of them are merging. When all of them are merging, there is no trade situation. So you cannot trade when they are merging. So again, let's see when is the opportunity. The price is going away from 20. Okay, fine. But is 20 far from 200? Not that much, right? So the difference is almost the same. This has not widened up yet. Okay. The price again goes up, then it comes back suddenly over here. So this is the point where, but this was not as far. Just try to understand this gap. This is huge. That clearly shows it's in full blown up movement. Okay, and then let's see. Now when the price starts moving along 20, we are not interested. We want him to either zoom up. Now if you see the difference is increasing between 20 and 200, and we are happy. Okay, fine. If it is increasing, very good. Now he should blast up so that the difference remains intact, but it did not. It comes back. Okay, then we see again the price is fluttering around this price. Today if you see the price, the moving averages all are at square one, all are at same spot. So there is no trading decision on HUL for tomorrow. If I see Maruti, okay, what I see now is one simple thing, that price has moved up. If price has moved up far from 20, just see what has happened from 20 and 200. They are far. So what do I want? I just want that in morning you just fly high. Okay. If there is no event, if the rally is without any event, now we know that some announcements can come on Monday, or action can come on Monday based on some announcement, then it is a different case. But in general, if Maruti again flies in the first 1 hour of the market, and I already know this 20 and 200 is already far, and the price is little bit far, but if it also flies in the morning, I will have my perfect extreme situation for me. So the formation of extreme situation will come into place. So let's say Nifty and let's say Bank Nifty. So if I see we need to zoom out a bit so that we get all the candles. Based on the candle, this blue line gets made, and that's why we have to zoom out and zoom in. Now one thing is clear, that little bit of difference is there, not very far. If you see, this difference was way too far, but now the contraction is taking place. Now in the morning we had this point where the price had opened hugely gap up, and these two were also far, not hugely far, but still they were far. And chances of reversal is more likely than the rise from here. Okay, so that's fine. It comes back down, but still we have maintained this distance. Okay, and then at the end we had seen price going higher. Now it's not that far, but I know at least one point that 20 and 200 are far. So let him fly in the morning and then you can have a quick reversal trade at the top, provided that this kind of formation. So we are looking for B2C happening in the morning, first 1 hour, making that price go far from 20, and 20 is already far from 200. So in the example that we saw, so let's say in this example, let him fly, let him take a pause, let him fly again the second time, and you should have all green candles, no stoppages. So if someone is already far, the price is also far from 20 and 200 is also far, then this will be very, very active. So like for Maruti, it can be very, very effective. But if we see for Nifty, price is yet not far, but Maruti price is already far from 20 and 20 is already far from 200. So Maruti can be a very good play, but here if you see, it is yet into making. So it might not be into good play. Let's say if Maruti is there, I take Bajaj Auto, Hero Moto, these are all the auto packs. But here the price is almost at 20, so forget taking about 200 also. I want price to be far from 20. Price is again same as 20. Asian Paint price is also over here. I think the Bank Nifty had zoomed up and all the banks, so we'll try to place them. Nifty we already saw. Let's take Bank Nifty. So if I see Bank Nifty, this is where my interest lies. Why I'm more interested in Bank Nifty, just see what has happened. The price has zoomed, price is far from 20 and 20 is far from 200, but the price and 20 and 200 all are same. The distance is almost same. So I want in the morning price to fly, but that distance, and the most important part, the distance between price and you can say 20 should be less than the prior 20 and 200. Now what do I mean by this? And this is very, very important, where many people are confused and they take wrong actions. Let's say in the morning price zooms up, okay, but this difference is fixed. So let's say on the point side 19,200 and 20,000. So this is roughly around 800 points. And from 2000, it is already at 2,800, 20,800. So I can say 800 points distance, 800 points distance. Now, if price goes up and this distance still remains 800, then it is not a good trade. What I want here is the price should go up, okay, and the distance has to be more. So this distance should have been roughly around 1600 or so, twice of what distance is over here. That are very, very effective trades. Okay, so again I'm saying the difference between 20 and 200 has to be high, and that is only possible, just try to see, the price was fluttering sideways, and that's why the difference between them never increased. Or you can say max difference went was 800 points, 800 points. So if the price keeps going up for 2 days or 1 day, so let's say tomorrow entire day Bank Nifty goes up, don't you think the difference will become almost 1200 points to 1500 points? And then you have an up move, that reversal will be more effective. So right now they are at equal distance, 800 points and 800 points. I want this 800 and I want 20 and 200, 1600 points. Twice of the difference between price and you can say the moving average. So if I want to put it in quantitative terms, I'm saying the price and 20 moving average, this distance has to be half of this, or you can say 20 and 200 should be at least 2x of price and 20. So this is the key to play this game of extreme situation. So when do the extreme situation comes through? Extreme situations normally come when this gets applied. The distance between 20 and 200, this one becomes twice the difference of the price and the 20 moving average. So that becomes an extreme situation, and that's where we can look for our potential trades. So this is a relative agenda to understand extreme. And whenever things move in extreme, the bounce back or the reversal, they happen very fast. For execution, the extended webinar can be referred where we try to look how to enter the trade. If you see, let's say for Nifty or Bank Nifty, if I just go back and try to see from where the reversal has happened. So if I see over here, whenever a huge downside points have come, okay, just see this difference is already far. This is already far, and now whenever they are moving down, they are reversing. Whenever they are moving down, they are trying to reverse or they go sideways. Okay, so whenever this distance is already far, the reversals will come. So the likeliness of reversal starts. So if you see over here, the difference is almost like 21,000 to 17, 18,000 or so. This is like 3,000 points. So whenever this difference arises, it is bound to either go sideways or undergo a reversal from 20 to 200 moving average. So if you see over here, started going sideways along the line and it merged to this potential. Now this is called a positional trade. Whenever the difference becomes huge, start looking for reversal opportunity. Okay, whenever the difference between them increases, start seeing the reversal opportunity. Now you can put RSI and look at 20 and overbought, oversold zone. But along with this, if you bring this as one more barometer, you will understand extreme situations. And extreme situations are the point whenever they open gap down also, then we start looking for what? Reversals. Okay, so reversal can be looked upon whenever this distance is too far. And whenever that is the case, you should look for reversal. So Bank Nifty is also flying. This difference is also there. Let's also see some of the banks then, like Axis Bank, ICICI Bank. So now if you see, the Axis Bank is on an uptrend, right? It's coming down, but still it is on an uptrend. Now, but the difference between this is not huge. Okay, so it just started its uptrend, that we can say the difference is almost here, but it's almost already high. And the morning, if it goes further high, then you can have chances of reversal, right? So that's also the case. Now let's also look from high where chances of reversal can come. So in the morning, if it flies over here, the weekly resistance is at 512 or 11. So let's say if it flies something like this, okay, so here it opens gap up, goes to WR, DR, takes a pause, and then goes to MR, the monthly resistance. What are you likely to see over here? And please understand, when you try to see the price over here, you will have the moving average almost over here. You will have the 20 moving average almost over here. So the difference that you will try to see is far. And when the difference is far, sorry, this one would be a little bit. So this one would come somewhere over here along the price, but this difference and between 20 and 200 will be very, very far. So here will be your trading opportunity where you should try to look for a sell trade. Okay, if the first 2 hours when the Axis Bank zooms one way, takes out WR, then tries to reach to MR, and they are already apart. This is very important. When the rally has started, they are already far. So Hindustan Unilever is not far. Asian Paint is not far. So those who are not far, Maruti is already at far. So same way, if I want to take a trade on Maruti, I will try to see where are my important levels, and then I'll try to bring in 20 and 200 moving average. Okay, so what do I see here? DR is there, WR is in this range. Let him go straight in this range, settle here, come all the way towards 6,000 zone. Max call OI, DATR, both are over here, and I will look for a reversal trade over here, right? Because this distance is far. When they finally rise in the first 1 hour of the market, takes a pause and then goes up. And please understand why I'm trying to say takes a pause and then goes up, because that is our called as extended formation. The first move takes a pause and then shoots up. So that is our extended formation. Like this should happen, and then we start looking for our trade opportunity right at the top. Now, if it opens gap up, there are very less chances to get into the trade, and risk is very, very high. So some people can even trade this if they want the up move, but it depends on your risk reward, how you try to enter. But this trade is very, very lucrative. Okay, so already the stock has undergone a run up from 5,000 to 5,500, almost 10%. Morning itself, so this it took almost 3 days to reach 10%. And in morning, if it gives 10% rally, please understand you will have a very good trade to go for short. So that's why not going for short just because the price is far from 20, but also far from 200. So that becomes a very good trade opportunity to look for. So this is the way we try to use extreme. And in this case, the extreme was seen on 15 minutes. That applies for intraday. Now let me go for 1 hour and try to see when there has been extremes. Now these extremes can help us to take positional trades. Now let's understand how. So whenever we see this over here at the top, the price is going down, but here the difference is increasing. So price went down and it took some pause and came back, small bounce happening over here. Again, we saw price went down. Again, he starts coming back over here. Just see over here, gap down, gap down, gap down. First time it came back over here. So this was an opportunity, or you can say window of opportunity for positional trade. Here again, he's going down, never came back. This was the window of opportunity for positional trade. Again goes down, again tries to come here, window of opportunity for positional trade. Again, almost at the higher side, okay, almost down over here. This becomes your window of opportunity for trading on the buy side. So idea over here, whenever it flies downside and retraces, so positional wise, it is little different from the intraday side because we are looking only far and we want him to touch. When it touches back doesn't mean we go and buy. After this, when it touches, it should go sideways and the 20 moving average should do time pass over here. Now if you see, the price never went sideways. Here after the first move, it never went sideways. After the second move, it started going sideways. When it starts going sideways, so that shows that the momentum of selling has stopped, the sideways activity has started. And when you say sideways activity has started, some sense of buying has come. That's it. This sideways activity, when it starts, okay, and it doesn't remain below 20 moving average, starts going above this and now sustains sideways, that's the opportunity to look for trade. So I'm saying that once it touches 20 doesn't mean buy. Start going sideways such that this 20 moving average also moves along. Just see over here, the 20 moving average is going along. So that means a sideways activity has started. Okay, that is where you will get a positional trade opportunities. So whenever you have a sideways journey, that means if you see all the time the price was below 20 moving average. First time it crossed, again came down, second time it crossed. So that what is happening in this zone, I can say sideways activity is taking place. So after a big leap and fall, it starts going sideways and this distance was far. Now the distance has decreased. And when the distance keeps decreasing, if it keeps going sideways, it's very clear that you will have a kind of reversal opportunity, the crossover opportunity. But agenda is rather than waiting over here for reversal, my positional trade, if I want to trade it for a week or for 3 days, I want to trade from 20 moving average to 200 moving average. Right, so that's the trade we are looking for, positional side. So positional, look for hourly chart, and when you look at hourly chart, it never comes back. It never comes back. The day when it comes back, start looking for him to go sideways. It never comes back. First time coming back, but again it went down. Then it went above. Please understand, the entire 2 days above this 20 moving average, which was never seen till here. That shows some strength, and then you should see, is it going now again the second time, and then you should time your entry based on the gap structures, different webinars that we have discussed to take the trade. So two formations over here. First was the extended, which we discussed in the last webinar. We added that extended situations work well in extreme formations. In extreme, you have 20 and 200 moving average. On intraday format, we look for 15-minute time frame. For positional, we go for 1 hour time frame. You have three pointers over here. Point, which is price, 20 and 200. For sell opportunity, we should look for price moving far from 20 and 20 moving far from 200. And same way, we'll go for the buy side. If you're trying to look for the buy opportunity, so you need to have the price is already below 20 and the 20 and 200 are also below, or in simple sense we can start first from 200. So on the buy side, I am trying to look price to be below the 20 and 20 to be below 200. So for sell side, or sorry, for buy side, we look for price to be below 20. So price is below the 20 and this 20 is below the 200. So this becomes your buy opportunity. Every time the bounce will come. Okay, so whenever this distance has become far, never go out looking for short opportunities. You can make money even by going short, because here the difference was not much. So when the difference starts increasing, you are the best to take a sell trade in this area because the difference is not far. But when the difference becomes far and you try to go for sell, you can then face these kind of sharp up movements coming through. So whenever this distance widens, do not go for sharp selling, go for looking for bottom fishing, which is kind of reversal formations. And reversal also only on intraday. If you want to go for positional, it should go sideways and then you should start looking for positional. So here it was trying to mix extreme situation, or you can say extreme formation for execution of extended moves. Now we already have coded this. Now you cannot just go out and keep checking all over here. So in live market, if you want to do it on intraday, you have a query called as extreme. Okay, so extreme means what? Exactly what I discussed over here. Extreme, which takes care of price, 20 and 200 and gives you alert, but these are general alerts. You need to understand these are not pro alerts, so only that extreme points comes into picture. Now in that extreme, how to trade extended moves. So if extended moves happens right in the morning, so in the morning by 10 o'clock, if 10 to 11 o'clock, if you get any alerts from extreme, you can trade, because in morning it has zoomed up and the price is far from 20 and 200, and you can look for alerts coming from this section. Okay, on that alert, if you get a scalper or a reversal or any kind of trade opportunities coming in the pro category, then you can obviously take a trade. So this query already detects the extreme situations, so you don't have to manually see each of them, but they automatically give you stocks which are falling under extreme situation. How to trade on extreme, that I have already covered, called as extended setup. So you need to use extended setup for this execution. Fine. So thank you very much. I hope you have got more insight moving from extended to extreme and trying to look for how this 20 and 200 can be used relatively rather than only crossover purposes. So I hope you can use this, and you can use our trade clue feature called as extreme, and you can try to merge and get best trade opportunities in intraday. So thank you for joining in for this webinar. and we'll keep coming up with this webinar series going forward for different formats and trade setups. Thank you for joining.